Hello and welcome to this edition of Channel 8 News.
If you know anything about K-Staters, they pride themselves on agriculture. But one Yahoo article says a degree in agriculture is worth nothing. We found out what K-Staters think about that.
Most of Manhattan seems to be booming, but one part of the town has fallen way behind. Discover what that part is, what the city is planning to do about this, and more next on Channel 8 News.
This is Channel 8 News, KKSU LP. For Manhattan and Riley County, from Kansas State University, this is Channel 8 News.
Welcome to your weekly news update. I'm Chris Powell.
And I'm Shelby Danielson. According to Riley County health officials, over 8 people in Riley County have recently been treated for symptoms similar to whooping cough. Health officials are urging residents to consider getting vaccinations for this disease.
Whooping cough, also known as pertussis, is a highly contagious bacterial disease and is easily transmitted through the air.
While it is late January, it sure doesn't feel like it outside.
Our weatherman Todd Visser is here for our first look at these unreasonable temperatures, and if they are to stay. Todd?
Absolutely. The last couple days have been gorgeous. I'll tell you what you guys can expect in the days to follow. Chris, Shelby, back to the studio.
Thanks for the weather update, Todd. We will look forward to hearing more about what the rest of the week looks like later on in the show.
Forget everything the Lion King taught you about hyenas. A K-State professor is proving these animals are more than just slobbering, pesky critters.
Channel 8's Holly Foran had a chance to meet our furry African friends. Holly?
Thanks, Chris. I found out there are 18 hyenas in California that are in grave danger, and a K-State professor is trying to save them.
This is Charlie and Samila. They are 2 African spotted hyenas. They are the local residents of the Sunset Zoo in Manhattan, Kansas. They are also part of a humane experiment at K-State and the University of California, Berkeley. Research into these hyenas has shown they are remarkable creatures with fascinating ability. K-State's Department of Human Nutrition has spent years studying these animals and has discovered some incredible secrets about the hyena's immune system. They are resistant to many diseases, rarely fracture their bones. Even after an attack from a predator or other member of their pack, they heal at an extremely fast rate and can eat rotten carcasses that would normally kill any other mammal. K-State and the University of California, Berkeley are looking into why the hyenas are so resistant. They have recently discovered that the hyenas have amazing molecules that can kill bacteria and viruses in their saliva. This discovery, in the long run, can help develop antibiotics for animals and humans. Charlie and Samila are 2 of 22 hyenas that are part of this study, but funding in California is drying up. 2 of the California hyenas have already been euthanized. The future of the other 18 is in doubt. By the end of February, the California hyenas either have to find a new home or find new funding to stay where they are. This is the largest group of hyenas in the U.S. K-State and the University of California, Berkeley are working closely together to save their colony of hyenas. Their main goal now is to raise enough money to fund the hyenas for a year, but these funds must be raised before the end of February.
Channel 8 is in constant contact with the K-State authorities to save the hyenas. This story is changing not only daily, but on an hourly basis. Channel 8 will follow this story and give an update on next week's show.
If the professor can raise the money, Holly, what are they planning to do with the hyenas at the end of February?
He eventually wishes to bring all the hyenas here to the Riley County area as a long-term goal. The short-term goal is to get them anywhere safe.
Thanks, Holly. Channel 8 will continue to keep updates on the hyenas for the rest of the semester.
Today officially marks the beginning of Black History Month in the United States. Black History Month was originally started by African-American historian Carter G. Woodson in 1926 to educate the American people about African-American history.
Since 1976, Black History Month has been observed by both the United States and Canada during the month of February, while it is observed in October in the United Kingdom. Although Black History Month is observed in February, Martin Luther King Jr. Day was just recently celebrated in January. An MLK march through Manhattan on Friday morning turned a few heads and united a group of Manhattan individuals. Channel 8's Zach Weaver has the story.
Thanks, Shelby. The week following the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday was spent paying tribute to one of the great leaders of our past. A march along Martin Luther King Drive in Manhattan seemed all too fitting of a way to pay tribute.
Around 40 individuals and a handful of horses proudly gathered to march the streets of Manhattan last Friday in remembrance of the historic civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The march assembled at Long's Park and proceeded north along 17th Street all the way up to Ahern Fieldhouse. People conversed, sang songs, and held signs high to show their remembrance of Dr. King. Alpha Phi Alpha's director of Intech, Brandon Hall, can relate to King as a brother of the fraternity, but hopes the Manhattan public can find a relation to him in another way.
Especially here at K-State and around the world, you know, Martin Luther King was the last person to speak at K-State before. Well, he spoke at K-State before he was assassinated. This is the last university that he spoke at. Okay. So I believe that definitely people should know that, you know, that Martin Luther King has a footprint here at K-State and in Little Apple. So.
Focused around speakers and a candlelight vigil on Wednesday. The week of observance had a number of supporters helping out, but given that Dr. King was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, the fraternity on campus has a significant role in the week. Chapter president of Alpha Phi Alpha, Dina Adams III, spoke of how his first observance week had gone this year.
It's actually gone quite well. I know on Wednesday we actually held our annual Martin Luther King Candlelight Vigil and program there in Forum Hall. We actually had the School of Leadership Studies come and sponsor hot chocolate and cookies for all the attendees. The program flowed pretty smoothly.
The weather during the week held mild temperatures, but the messages that were extended in this 5th annual observance week still gave you some good chills. Back to you, Chris.
What a great week to remember such a great individual. Thank you, Zach.
Kansas State Governor Sam Brownback is returning to the Manhattan area to be a guest for the bi-monthly Riley County Republican Breakfast.
The breakfast is being held at 9 a.m. the morning of February the 4th at the Holiday Inn located across from campus. The breakfast is being sponsored by Colin Noble of the Holiday Inn.
All residents are encouraged to attend the event. We all have felt the effects from the struggling economy around the country.
Locally, we haven't felt the pinch, but Manhattan still has some areas to fix. Channel 8 News reporter Jeremy Bone went out to see what needs to be done. Jeremy, what did you find out?
Driving around town, it's easy to see that Manhattan has been growing and expanding almost everywhere. But there still are a few places around town that need to be improved.
Everywhere seems to be busy. But a closer look shows that the North 3rd Street Business District in Manhattan has fallen behind. The original plan was this area was supposed to be the Manhattan Marketplace. Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Lyle Butler says a few roadblocks got in the way.
There are several single-family homes that are up there, and it would have meant that we would have had to relocate those families and those homes.
Even though Manhattan's economy might be outpacing the rest of the country, financial issues are part of the reasons for the North 3rd Street business problems.
I think probably the biggest issue right now is financial. There is no money available right now within the city.
However, Butler did say traffic problems in the North 3rd Street area may cause the city to connect McCall Road to the newly finished roundabout on Bluemont Avenue.
There is a master plan that calls for McCall Avenue to go across Tuttle Creek Boulevard and eventually connect to the roundabout on Bluemont Avenue. And that's an area that somewhere down the road we'll see some future development.
Butler indicated it is in the city's best interest to improve the North 3rd Street Business District, where we could see more construction down the road.
That's something that the Kansas Department of Transportation has also identified with the city, that it's a priority to fix that at some point.
The hope is new roads and new construction will bring new businesses to the North 3rd Street area.
Thanks, Jeremy. We will be keeping our eyes out for more information on the North 3rd Street Business District. Well, we've got to take a quick break here at Channel 8, but up next we will tell you why you may not want to believe a certain Yahoo article if you are an agriculture major. Stay tuned.
Hey, Deja, you have a call.
Oh, okay.